Good afternoon, everybody. Kevin Lindsay here, sitting next to the Mouth, Mark Muklevich. We are here live, Nashville, Tennessee, for the Music City Madness tournament. Mouth, qualifying long day yesterday. When you get almost 200 people in a tournament like this, you kind of expect qualifying is going to go on for 6, 7, 8 hours. How are you feeling after what you shot yesterday?
Oh, you know, the whole thing is make the cut. I mean, honestly, yeah, it's great that you could be one seed, but as Adam Baum has clearly referenced, I think we've seen a lot of 1, 2s, and 3s going down very early, so I almost think it's a curse. So you just make the cut, you play, you have a good time, get some sleep, get back here ready to rock.
All right.
Now, I'm being told by the wonderful production crew here that he has put a poll up on Facebook, on YouTube here, asking whether I'm going to win the tournament. You know that I'm going to say yes. But I have a very hard road ahead of me. It's a very tough road. I mean, there's no breaks for me today. Unless we start seeing some of these 1, 2s, and 3s go down, I'm going to be playing most of them. So, guys, go ahead, get on there, get on that poll, get some activity here. Right now we're watching it. That's Gordy Brown and Sean Tickner. This is going to be a purple bracket match, and I think we're going to have those for a little bit longer, and then we'll kick into main brackets coming up. Tickner and Brown, he's a Michigan guy, and then you got Tickner running the Vector Room in Houston. Both capable of making a cut. So, guys, these are, I hate to say it, I looked at the bracket. It didn't look like there were that many surprises and not surprises on there. Gomez being the biggest one that didn't make it to me. I didn't see anything else there. I don't know if we got a graphic that we can put up anywhere with the cuts and things like that, but we hit 128 was the cut line yesterday.
Yeah.
Roughly 110,000 of them, right?
Yeah, I believe it was 100, 105, 110.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now, if we do the math on it, that's 2 strokes off per course. We had hole 17 of Hollywood. It's probably the worst pin you'd ask for it. But then Champ 16 was a straight shot. You had nothing in your way. So it evens out. So 2 strokes off per course is a great place to start guessing for the cut line.
Now, let me ask you about George Von Kay, number 1 seed, his first number 1 seed, a very capable player, has a couple of, not PEGT tournament victories, but he plays really well, especially over the last couple of years.
Yeah, he's just got to find his saving crazy stop from going overboard or underboard. It's finding that happy medium, and it's a tough one to do. I don't know how he did last night afterwards, if he stuck it out, if he was here drinking all night. We don't know, but yeah, he's got a history of shooting really well, and then not doing great in tournaments. We'll see. Is he a susceptible 1 seed? Yes. If I'm the 32 seed and I see George instead of Luna, Haas, Gossett, I'm happy as hell, to be perfectly frank, but George is shooting a lot of games and a lot of games very well lately. So it's going to be up in the air. Who is the 1 seed? Who was the 32 seed?
I'll have to pull it up.
Yeah, we should pull this out, guys.
Also, PEGTtour.com if you guys want to check out the brackets as well. And then if you go to Golden Tee Fan, you can see Steve Sobel posted the links for the pink and the copper brackets.
Okay, so Pete Schmidt. Now, that's a name I don't recognize at tournaments much. I believe Pete's from, I believe Pete Schmidt was a Northwest guy. If I'm correct, he comes on my stream and I get the angle, the place is wrong. It's a bit tricky there. Now, we do have some main bracket matches that just got called. We had Daniel Kalazewski starting against Michael Arrington. That won't be on stream. That's a non-stream machine. And then we had McCook and Michael Perez. That could go. I'm looking at this list here.
Perez has been playing really well the last couple tournaments that I've seen him at.
The big one is Kyle Heasley going to take down another big dog to start? He's got Gossett in the first round there. Gervais and David Key. I
could go either way. David Key's been playing really well.
It's a comment I made, and I know David's going to love this one, but God, I used to be happy to see David Key at tournaments because he's fun. 1, 2, I funded my event. You got money games with him, and it was pockets overflowed with hundreds from him. And now I come back, I get neck surgery, come back, and he's like one of the favorites. And I just, where is this coming from? The world has gone off kilter.
We were talking the other day, and he goes, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday was responsible, like in bed before like 11 p.m., like not getting crazy in downtown Nashville, which is really hard. Nashville is a really fun town. It's perfect. It's perfect for a tournament like this. But when you get to that Friday going to Saturday and then Saturday going into Sunday, I feel like you're not going to have somebody who was out until 3 in the morning probably winning this tournament.
Okay, then we say that, then we watch Haas falling asleep during the tournament. We watch, and this could be something like, did Hercules cut his hair by not drinking? Is David Key not going out and getting screwed up going to make his game worse? You just don't know, because if that's it, it's that whole mentality of you got to be in the position that you got good at it when you're doing it all the time, or else you're not going to remember how to do it.
Yeah, no, it's a good point. Desmond Burke on Facebook here. Remember, GVK, took second a while ago when
that was St. Louis is the one he's talking about, where that was my infamous hit the pin against Denmark for him to actually stay in the money. For 16 months straight, never missed a Calcutta. And then George proceeded to dump every piece of money that he won from that tournament, getting second place, back to me, and it owed me money too. So guys, the tournament's one thing, after effects are another. It's going to be a long day, but I got a feeling we're going to see a lot of good games.
Yeah, right. We take a look. Eddie G, Luke Sponsier, I can never say his name right, but Eddie G, number 4 seed. Not really shocking there.
Oh, they did fix this. They fixed some art there, because that used to have an overhang.
Yes.
That's a tough one, guys. Now, I'm glad Gordy did it that way instead of trying to do something silly. You take your lump of one stroke, and you know what? One stroke on these courses ain't going to kill you.
Right. It's only hole 14. You're down to 4, but it's Nihon. You got a couple of tough ones.
You got 17. 17's an easy ace for a lot of people. Then we get 18. You can stick it and still leave yourself a putt that you're not making.
And actually, this one, 15 set up. This is pretty.
I just actually played this contest before. Was my warm-up game, and I tried to ace it with a 3-wood going this way and came back in. If he overcuts this a little, this is wet. He undercut it, and he's wet.
Oh.
Okay, so now how does he play it? Does he attack the hole?
Could you do a soft high 5? I don't think it's really worth it.
I don't want to high tee this one, because really, when you're going down, unless you land the ball straight behind the hole, you're going to leave yourself a 40-foot up 8. And 40-foot up 8, you can get into weird foot distances away that you actually can't get it there.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so that's a little lucky, but very good.
He's soft. Yeah, you could tell as soon as he hit it, he accidentally softed the hell out of that one.
Tickner can't go at this too hard. This is a tough one. He's chipped now. He's just shortening that, too. Oh. Okay, that's a damn impressive chip. I didn't expect that with the low amount of pullback he had on the sand wedge.
For a spinny sand wedge.
I was expecting him not to get to the green. He popped that a bit more than I thought he would, though. Oh, Pete is paying. Okay, gotcha, Farmer. Thank you for that. Well, so, are we going to go on this trend? If I'm looking at this right now, I think George Von Kay he might have actually kind of lucked in, because all these other 1 seeds that have gotten beat by 32s, they're decently known players, have been around the tournament scene for a while. Let's just look at the 2 seed. Even Justin Seeley, he just had a good run in St. Louis, too. He's the 31 seed. Andy Fox can't sit there and know that's a gimme. But George doesn't know Pete Schmidt, most likely.
Right.
So he's going to he might not ease off of it, but you got to do what you're supposed to there. You just sit there and wait. Don't make any mistakes. You wait for your opponent to make one, and then you coast through. You can't get uber aggressive and make a mistake yourself, because that gives that guy life.
It's the same thing. We always say you just have to, as hard as it is during qualifying and match play for certain players, especially newer ones that aren't used to the gold bracket, just turn away. Don't even watch what your opponent's doing, because there's just something in the head that might just go, oh, wait, I've never done that before, but let me try it. Same thing for George. Obviously, doesn't just play your game. And to him, this is just another player in the gold bracket. Who cares if you don't know him? Because I feel like if you let your guard down, that is those times that you end up in a trick bag where it's like, uh-oh.
All right, so Sean's in his own head here now. He's bled a couple now. He actually put a good shot up into the sandbox area without any problems, but missed the approach pretty badly. Yeah. Hi, Josh. How you doing? Morning to you as well.
Lauren Mansell. Andrew McKnight. Lauren Mansell on 34.
Now, I played, so Kevin O'Connor and I were just warming up on this, and he went with an 8-wood low T release at this setup and almost canned it, and I went with a 9-wood release and almost canned it. Neither one of us did. It's a really attackable hole, but here's the thing. All Gordy can't do is, that's a gem.
Oh.
All Gordy can't do is put it in the water or in a hazard, and there's no way he's not getting birdie. So it's going to come down to him getting into 18. He's got to hope that, Tickner's going to have to hope that Gordy waters 18. And if you guys see where this pin is, it's in the very front bottom left. It's a really ugly pin. Not only is it hard to stick it close off the tee box, the putt itself, if you leave it bad, one has a chance of putting into the water. Look at this pin. It's crazy in the bottom left.
I'm really surprised that Tickner just went at that. He didn't even look like he took a second to think. He just threw the shot out there. For being a aceable pin, knowing you're going into 18, Gordy can screw this up, but I would have thought he would have taken a little bit more time to go at that.
Hey, Paul, good morning. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Like we said, too, Andy's trying to troll me a little bit. There's a poll up there. Who's going to win the tournament? Is Mouth going to win? Hopefully you guys get it. No, you can't lay up here. You just hit the high 5-wood. You hit the high 5-wood, go to the middle of the green. The problem then, though, is if you get your putt in a bad spot, you're in a bad spot. That's actually a really – I can't argue with where that is.
No, you just you kind of lay up your next chip. Don't get too cute because that up 10 will easily change to a down 10 for his chip.
Yep. And you're just going to put it on down to the bottom middle, leave yourself a little left 6 up 5 putt, and that's it. The whole thing is, though, this is almost a non-ace. You can't. Chad was here, Chris. Chad Dinkins is here. Spoke to him quite a bit, but I didn't see him where we are in the brackets. So he's got to ace this. Is basically what the premise is here. I don't think he did. He was right though in his play. The only way I think you make that is if you bounce it out of not the sand, because you only get one bounce out of the sand now. Kevin's shaking his head because we know about the sticky sand. I made him roll around in it last night, guys.
And that's it.
That's perfect. That's well done. He carries a lob wedge, too, so there was not really a way for him. Guys, and that's a tournament veteran-type play that he had there for somebody who's not been to as many tournaments.
No, that was good. A very smart play. All right, so Gordy's going to walk away with the win there.
Is that a sign of things to come for the Vector Room? Is George and Luna and Sean going to be crying tears? I don't know. They might be. It might be blood. It might be tears. I don't know. Now, we're going to be waiting here. We're going to get a main bracket match on these machines.
All right, and so let's, we're waiting for matches to be called here. Let's take a look. What about Clint Grover ending up in the 30th spot in qualifying? I know you said earlier, just get into the main bracket and then go from there, but Clint is not somebody I would have expected to be on that lower half of the qualifying.
Well, we know that he doesn't play a non-win ball or a half-win ball in the Stouts, and the setups could have been challenged. I didn't see anything for him that should have been any problems. Here's the difference, though. Clint was on a downward spiral at the beginning, and he picked his game up too grind to make the cut, so he could actually use that as a positive moving in. Like, okay, and then let's look. The 3-seed Cam Egger, you heard about this in the podcast, them talking about Cam Egger, not a very big tournament. He hasn't been to many tournaments in years because he's an old school player.
Yeah.
He did well at Worlds.
Canadian, too.
He plays a ton. So, but he's still not a tourney savvy. I mean, this is his first PGT event. So now is Clint going, holy crap, I just had the worst qualifier I've had in a long time, but now I can win one match, and I'm now the 3-seed.
That's true.
I mean, so now he's there. He's on the side of the bracket. If you look at the bottom of this bracket, it is literally murderer's row down through here. Oh no, he's on the bottom side. Is he the bottom? Is he the bottom of the top or the top of the? No, he's on the bottom.
He's on the bottom.
So
now.
this is it is a murderer's row. I mean, you go. It's bad, guys. It's Cam and Clint. You've got Chris Brewer, Adam Harris.
That'll be a good match.
That will be two. You got Paul Talo and Puff. You got Haas and Nick Haynes, Al Zarul, Dustin Anderson, Paul Luna, Dan Gillard. Now, you may not know Dan Gillard, but he's been around a ton today. He's been around a ton, too. He's also a Texas guy.
He's a good player.
Then you've got me and Wengler, and then Fox and Justin Seeley, who you may not know Justin Seeley, but wasn't he one of the people that knocked off one of the 1, 2, 3s or 4s in St. Louis?
I think so.
I think so, too. I think Josh Schindel, Kyle Heasley, and I think it was Justin Seeley, or it might have been Josh Simon did it as well, but it was an upset.
Well,
so
that's
it's there.
That's the point, though, is that just because you see the numbers on these brackets, you'll see an Andy Haas and a Nick Haynes and go, okay, I got to go favorite with Andy there, but it's Championship Sunday, whether it's a Worlds, a local tournament, or a National Power Events tournament, like you have to expect the unexpected when it comes to match play, and you don't know who was out until 2 in the morning last night, who went to bed, who went to dinner at like 9 o'clock and went to bed right after, and they're rejuvenated and ready to go. I mean,
I'm on PEDs too. I have steroid prescriptions, guys. I don't know if we're testing this weekend. I hope to God not. All right, so we got the main bracket up here right now. So we'll scroll down here. I mean, we've already gone through these a bit ad nauseum, but guess this could go any which way. I mean, if we're looking, I hate to say it, I don't think George loses that first match today. I as much as Pete could be a great player, I don't know his game very well. George actually seemed when I left last night at about 9:30, he seemed good to go, ready to go.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened until 4 in the morning after that. I mean, he is with Tickner. This could go down pretty quick.
Now, this is an interesting point from Adam Baum. Mouth could go CJ, Fox, Luna for the first 3.
And then actually the next one would be Haas on my side of the bracket if we do it. So it's a little goofy, right? I mean, or any of these guys. We know we're going to see something a little different every time than what we think. The chalk is not going to just stand. I'll tell you that right now, because I'm winning my first match and I'm the 18. That would mean that I've already broken the chalk. So that's a guarantee. We're not going to have the chalk stand.
Now, let's talk about you and CJ. Obviously, we know CJ is a really good player. What course do you think?
I don't care. CJ's not. He doesn't have a chance.
Not a chance.
No chance. No, he's gotten me one time, I think, in a match play. He played well to do it, and I think I missed one shot on Tropical early, and it was close. But I don't think. Look, we've all dubbed him as the next great thing. I don't think he's there yet. I think we've given him way too much credit. He's great. He's getting there. Not enough under his belt yet. He's not there yet. And we'll see. We'll see where it goes. But once again, I'm not really playing an opponent. I'm just playing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I will play until they make a mistake. If he holds out, then I'll match it up. If I get one to drop, then I'll just watch him chase. It's a totally different game. You're going to see me with very little points during match play if I'm up early, because I'm not going to try to put the ball within 5 feet. I'm going to put it within 20.
Right.
Because I'll make every 20-footer.
Right. Get it on the green. Like I say in my streams, and you do too. Get it on the green. Take the 15, 20-foot putt for bird or eagle, especially in match play. You don't need to get crazy.
No.
When it gets to 16, 17, 18, if you're down a stroke, yeah, of course. Go ahead and chase a little bit, because you know if you don't get those strokes back, you're out, or you lost a match.
Exactly. And remember, always keep it within 1. Don't compound your errors. Because we watched Gordy on that par 3. They were tied, and Gordy hit a really bad shot and put himself into jail. And he did the smart thing. He turned backwards, put it on, took his lumps, and guess what? Still kept going. He won the match by a few by doing that. He took the lumps. Now we're watching Russ Layton. Oh, he's putting work in, changing out a video card.
Putting in a 1650.
Yeah, he's getting the 1650 into a Nighthawk, guys. You can reach out to us, too. I hope that at some point one of the devs decides to just include all the drivers with the Nighthawk. It would make sense, but guys, if you do need to and you can't find a video card, you got an issue with your machines, go ahead, reach out to myself. Not to Russ, he won't accept it. Sorry, no offense. He's not that guy. You could reach out to Kevin, too, but I have more time on my hands. So if you guys need some help with what Russ is doing here, let us know. We got some tips and tidbits and tricks to work on now. And we haven't seen any issues with it, too, which is a good thing.
Yeah. So
these drives are working fine.
Chad, yes, so we are up on YouTube, youtube.com/GoldenTee. All right, so Robert Washburn,
okay, that's the main bracket.
Chisholm, number 9. So they're starting to get main bracket matches called up here. I'm assuming Evan Gossick, Kyle Heasley, or potentially Gervais and Key would be on the stream.
That's the 3rd time I broke that machine.
No, we need to get that one changed, though. There needed to be. It's you.
Just-
But Boise, This one I don't know, but I think the I/O board, the dip switches change. Even if you have an older one, it's based off the software and not the hardware on the I/O board. It's still the same SW200, 201, 202, and it changes the functionality of those with the different software. So it's one of the things that I had to find, because there's no images for what the 4K dip switches are. I can't find it in a manual anywhere, so it's guessing. I had to have somebody open the PGA to grab which, but we know the dip switch. It's the top one being off and the other three on. That's 1080p.
Yeah, I would say the main times I can remember it changing would be when we went to HD, when we went from 720 to 1080, and then of course going 4K with the PGA Tour.
Right, but it's software based. I don't think the board needs to be replaced to get the updated. I don't think it does, because actually I'm running. I know it doesn't. I found an I/O board from an 07 machine that was at 1080p, so that wouldn't have had 1080p as an option.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So we got Grover versus Ager. Okay, so that's probably going to come up on one of these two machines here right now. I think they're giving a second for us to finish up there, because you don't want to have a match being interrupted by somebody working on the machine at all. Can we also have the commentary? Oh, Drainer, no, we're not the focus. We're focusing on these guys.
Wait, what did you say yesterday, that we've all have faces for radio?
Yeah, we got the faces for radio, guys. Oh,
well, that's
be trusted
true,
on Cam.
yeah.
Unless it's Cam Ager, then no, I cannot be trusted on Cam. There's just too much there. There's too much man meat there for me. In case you guys don't know, Cam Ager's a giant. He's huge.
All right, so while we're getting ready for the main bracket matches to start here on the stream, I'm going to pull up. Let's just go through this purple bracket.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. Let's see what this is looking like.
So Jason Vidari versus Mark Gomez. They both won their first match on the purple bracket. Again, PEGTtour.com. Click on the tournaments 2022 Nashville main in purple to see those. So Aiden Cleary lost to Travis Leader. Yeah, Letter.
He can play.
And that's the thing, when you get to it, it's different than 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago when there was 100 people and you'd have a main and a purple. Now when you get 150 to 200 or over 200,
yep.
When you have enough players to have a full 64 purple bracket, a 64 pink bracket, and then a copper.
Have we thought about this? This is something, a change that I know it would be a little tough based off of what their setup is right now, based off of the website that they're using. A 64-64. Why not have 3 64-man brackets? The 64-man double elimination hasn't been used since the PCC2 that was in Indy. It was a blast.
It's a great question. Maybe we could get Steve, every once in a while we get Steve on the mic here. Yeah. Maybe we can ask him.
Or even do a 48-man bracket where you get 8 buys from the main bracket. That gives you, where the top 8 get, or is it would be, 32, 60, 48, so you'd have 8 buys in the first round.
That could be interesting.
Because now the qualifier, getting a bye, that is a big reason to focus on the qualifier.
That changes it up a bit.
It would definitely change the dynamic. Now, obviously, we have a lot of stuff that, guys, shit's obviously working. The people are coming. It's doing well. Guys, the entertainment value of what's going on in here, we're doing it. We're doing a great job. The host location is killing it for us. Space-wise, I couldn't tell you there were 200 people here because of how much room there is.
The fact that we're using this wall here, the one wall, if you guys we'll show you some pictures, but there's a wall that has 8 machines here that we did not use last year.
No, not at all.
Which completely changes it up.
It did. Yeah, why not? Okay, why not play a few rounds on last night with the amount of players? Okay, so Eric, there's a tough road to sow there, right? Because as a host location, one of your goals is if they're donating money, we do not want players to be eliminated and can leave before Sunday, right? Because you want to have them back in the building. If you want to miss your match and leave, so I get that, but doing much ahead of time, it's only going to speed up purple bracket because main bracket's going to take the main bracket's time. It's 32 man, it's 16 matches, then 8 matches, or it's 16 and 16, and then you start cutting down players. It doesn't take too much. Thank you, Orlando. I think you're right. But it doesn't take much to burn through the main. That's what I'm saying. If we open the main up to more players, does that? I just don't know. I'm trying to work the dynamic. Does that make less likely people will come because they don't think they can compete in the main? So now
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I can't imagine that. I mean, like you said, we've got almost 200 people here that ended up playing in the main event.
Yep.
It looks like Cam and Clint are ready to rock and roll. So we're going to switch over here. They're on hole 1 of Hollywood Hills.
All right, wait a minute. Oh, machine 1. Okay, so George has started. Oh, there's Peachman. Okay, there he goes. Oh, now I know it. Now I recognize him. All right, so they got 1 up. 2 looks like it's kicking in. That's going to be fine. We got Clint going there. Perfect. Let's see how he does. Now, remember, guys, Clint is a full wind playing ball. I believe he's using Titans.
Who is it? Literally Clint and Bernsey, Brian Bernhardt, that play Titans. I don't know if
I'll
anybody...
pull them out every now and then. I mean, to me, the Titans are the best ball that's ever been made. It just does not overweigh the half of the win factor. Attribute point wise, if you guys are into stat nerd type stuff, there's more attribute points into the Titan ball than any other ball they've ever made. It's just because that half wind isn't an attribute point, and you would have to account that for more than that. If the half wind ever goes away, everyone should be playing Titans. It is the most complete ball. Normal spin. It's the second highest distance ball that's not a specialty ball, meaning not arrows, and that's where you're going to be at. Oh. Richard Swindle, you just hit that on the head. It's weird. I'm getting that in same verbiage in my ear. Guys, hit that damn like button, man.
Yeah.
Okay, Richard, now I'm going to tell you here. There were sections, right? And it was like up until 2012, all the balls were basically the same amount of stat points, but mixed in with each other, right? So not one had more than the others. Then as you got to the balls going to like 2016, they had more points involved than them. And then even now, Titans had more than that, and even Barrage was close to. Streaks have now gotten close to it. So hurdles are not even comparable to the ball that Titans have with the amount of points with it. I mean, we used to play the Flirtle set, the flares and the hurdles.
I remember the Brian Bernhardt teaching me that when I first started playing, online prizes with him back in college. And it was like, I was new to like the actual online community, but not new to the game. And like the uproar of like, oh, IT changed the ball. And it's like funny because you have those conversations now with Stouts and, the fact that we got super spin clubs. And Adam and Jim Z and I are working on some fun things for 2023. Related to clubs and things like that. So,
look what I happen to have handy. I have a chart listing all of the attribute points for all of the balls. Now this is before. Does this have? Oh no, it's got Stouts. It's got Titans.
It's got a Titans.
Yeah, it does, and it's kind of interesting to see the actual numbers behind it, not the charted grid line, because some of those don't line up accordingly to. It doesn't look right as to what the actual numbers are on the database, but it's. Guys, really, you're playing Stouts. 90% of us are playing Stouts. If not, you should be playing Titans. If you have a specialty course, like if Kevin pulls out a year 2, use only sometimes drivable holes, you should play like an Arrow. But that's it right now. Oh, yeah, hit the ticker across the bottom, guys. YouTube/Golden Tee Golf. We'll get more than 200 likes for the stream. I don't even need to advertise this. You people are going to do it. And yes, I mean you people when I say you people. Hit the button. Hit the button.
Oh, you know what? Neil Mahomes, good point. By the way, Quirto, Richard, all you guys, hey, thanks for joining us. Bryce versus Art in the pink bracket is a very interesting matchup. I mean, Bryce, there's not a lot that can be said that hasn't already been said about him. But really good players in the purple and the pink. I keep thinking about that 48 idea. We'll have to put some more thought into this. I think, maybe something for World potentially. Like
I think Worlds would be a great place to do it. In fact, we have done. There was something with Worlds or tournaments back. It might have been an old Wisconsin Open that we always had 48. But that was when we didn't have enough to suffice for a full-size purple bracket.
Right.
So it's now with all the people We got, I mean, with all the people, there are a lot of things open up. I think website restrictions right now would be why they haven't changed. With PGT,
Right.
They don't have the ability to even add another extra brackets for like the pink and stuff.
Well, I think with their new website, they're
have
working
that.
on
Yes,
that. So.
absolutely. Cuerto, I get to play CJ first, so we're gonna be down the road here a bit. I'm at the bottom. I'm the 18th seed to CJ's 15th. And then we would play the winner of the Andrew Fox Justin Seeley match. So we got a long day ahead of us, guys.
Nick K, thanks for joining.
Yeah, please, guys, thanks a lot. Make sure hit that like button, guys. And if you haven't signed up yet, subscribe to the dang channels, guys. You're going to be here watching. What's a little alert in your pocket for you? Not a too challenging of a hole. What you're going to find here, though, is that you need to get to the spots. Because if you look, that elevation, it doesn't look that significant, but it definitely changes now where you're going to want to hit like what Clint's hitting a 6-wood in. That just didn't seem very sharp for him.
I'm surprised. I mean, again, I'm not a great player all the time, but I would have just went with a big C3 to get close. I have super spin iron, so, I know not too many people play them these days.
Okay, so, wow, Cam, I don't get what – they both just hit the wrong shot. That's short. It is going to be short. That didn't have a chance at that 140. He maxed that out, and he still was short.
I don't like the 7-iron, honestly. I couldn't tell you the last time I've used it. It's just not a club that I feel is needed.
Seven for me. So look, I have attacking clubs. The 7, the 8, the 9. Those ones are the gaps that I'm going to get my most holeouts from. The 160 and closer looks. So I want to have those tightened up on my bag, meaning like I can't have more than 20.
Ooh, it's a good 8-wood shot.
More than
there.
20-yard difference between them. Yeah, so there we go.
All right, and by the way, so it looks like McCook and Perez went into OT
again,
and McCook did pull out the victory there.
Yeah, that's what he does. Adam, the max total is 158, but that's not a straight shot with any pullback straight to the tip of the two. Maxes out at 142. You can get it out to 158 at about 8 to 10 degrees inside of the tip of the 1 or the 3. If that makes sense, like back towards the 2. So and really, it's something that we all look at and you think like, oh, I hit it 158. Yeah, guess what? A C to the 1 at 158 is the exact same shot as a B to the 2 at 142.
Oh, sorry.
Like Davidson. Way to go. That's a great name.
I wish you'd show the replay because
did he one hop from the top or did he hit the tier?
He bit off the tier.
And what was the club he hit coming in?
5.
5-wood? Oh, that could be bad sometimes.
I believe it was a 5-wood.
That was, Bacon did have the Ultra hole-in-one. I didn't hear of another Ultra at all. Yeah, Adam, and if you want to get more into that, this probably isn't the place to, we can dissect this later, but if you do happen to check out gt.live/themouth, I do a regular stream. We're looking at 3 nights a week typically, maybe an extra night in the weekend. Hop on in there, ask questions, friend request me, ask me questions, yada, yada, yada. Jason had an Ultra. I don't know if I didn't see any Ultras. I saw hole-in-ones. How am I? We're blowing Kevin. Bacon and LaShava both had one on the same. Oh, they did. Oh, so then they each got 260 or something, 250 for Kaggs' side pot.
Interesting.
Because we had a $5 added side pot that was for par 5 hole-in-ones, but there aren't any now. So it's changed to par 4 hole-in-ones. I mean, I'm sorry, it changed to ultra hole-in-ones.
That's shocking, though. Out of all the players in all the games, there's only 2.
Well, ultras are not skill shots. You could let me aim at a hole to try to hit an ultra over and over again, even at the same hole with fulls, and chances of me doing it are slim to none.
Oh, look at that, Cam.
Right behind him. Oh, Cam doing it. All right. Look, and now Clint's starting to realize, well, crap, maybe this guy is the 3 seed.
Yeah, you see.
Maybe this is the 3 seed I get to play.
You see the smirk on Clint's face. And
a board smashing stream in the future. Yeah, well, if I break another TV, you'll be the first to let it. He did it again.
Yeah, no. So this is the replay.
Who went back to replay that? That's pretty good work. Did I just get replay bombed? Those Chicagoans, you know what that is. I got John Turturro sitting next to me. He knows that replay bombing is a thing. Thank you, sweetie. I love it when Paige hands me money. Now you're good. Give it to the less fortunate souls. All right, they're both up the hill. This is actually a good hole out look. Okay. Don't do it, Clint. That's it. Your thumb backspin this. Okay, he doesn't thumb, but he knows that's the shot. Good. No little lips on the fringe on that hole, so that's good. I like this. Cam can easily make this. This is a great look for him. Big thumbs. You get this at the 90-mile-per-hour mark, and he should be able to get this right back nice. 94. Perfect.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, just didn't have the line, but speed-wise, they had it. All they wanted to both do, land past the hole, get the ball on the ground, moving back. It could go in. If not, you're safe. There was no way that was checking off.
How often do you need to play it? Play?
Well, okay, so we can look around the room, and I've seen people that haven't played a game in 2 years that are here this weekend. It's a question of you got to relegate your expectations to your abilities. You can't be here coming in and expecting that you're here to win the tournament like that. Just no offense, if I don't know you, the moniker still rings true. You cannot beat me. You might beat me in a one spot, and if you have to say that about 8 matches, your odds of doing that are very slim to none. Is it possible? Sure. Is it possible?
I can't think in 11 years of tournaments for me. I can't think of a time that I've really seen that happen.
Well, there's only one tournament that a player from the field won.
Oh, yes.
And
that was
I've done
NIV,
this trivia.
right?
I've done this trivia before on my stream, but let's see if anybody in the chat can guess the one person to ever win a full-size tournament.
Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Did it again.
Dead center of the cup. Cam.
There we go. Yeah.
Canada's running wild here.
Yeah, Richard's right there, man. He's still not he probably plays the least amount of tournament for games at a tournament of somebody who's been to more tournaments than most everybody ever. And he's probably played like 8 full games in the last 20 years at a tournament. Did Clint just match that? That looks really gosh darn good, too.
Ugh.
All right, this is an impressive match, guys. I think we're seeing why Cam Egger is the 3 seed right now. This is impressive. He's on a 30 right now.
Yeah, 2 hole outs from Cam. Started off with a Clint Grover par 4 hole-in-one. If you guys are just joining us, Cam answered later with a hole out, and now he's got a second one. Ernest, Kurt, thanks for joining.
Nope, not Danny Boy.
No, I think he's saying Danny Boy bought the field then, didn't he?
Oh, I don't believe so. Nope, not Josh Mertzig. See, what you guys don't realize about Josh Mertzig is he was good before Golden Tee was.
He's an OG Golden Tee 4 guy.
Yes. And I just don't understand how he's gotten as bad as he is now.
I mean, he has a home edition.
Yeah, he has a home edition. The Maryland tournament will generally be Northern Virginia area, but that's going to be more. PGT has 6 stops. You can see them on their website. I believe they're not changing again next year. I don't think they are, but some things will matter with where Worlds fits into the mix.
Right.
Do we have any info? I know we're planning big things.
Big things are in the works. That's
big
all I got to
things,
say.
Okay, that's all we're going to do. We're going to leave it at big things. Oh, Grindr, dude. You don't have to join Grindr. This is a real-life app when you get here. If you check through McCook's phone, you will figure that out right away. Uh-oh. Oh, he got a good kick.
Got the good kick.
Now, if that doesn't kick off and get to the fairway or out to the first cut, he's not getting on.
Yeah.
Now, Clint, with no stout balls, this win might be a little bit tough. I'm not. I would have moved all the way right just because I want to be safe. And he's actually fine. He knows.
Yeah,
where
he
he's going.
hit the C2.5.
Yep, he got it.
Now, the one thing, I always love seeing this hole in match play. We haven't seen it much, but you don't notice it with this big wall, but that elevation change really does make a difference sometimes. Of course, not for,
not when you're,
Clint Grover.
Let's see what Cam does here. I know. No, it was Jared Decker. Nope. I don't think Jared Decker has a win. Let's see here. I know. Okay, so now he means Grindr. He means Jared Decker. Not that. I thought he meant. All right, I went the wrong way with that. Oh well. But what I said is still true, guys. This is a real life Grindr app in the room right now.
Look at that, 61,000 shot points for Clint and 88,000 for Cam.
This is a great look for Cam. He's happy with this, and it's actually not the best look for Clint because the wind is pushing him towards hazard. No, Dan Weiss didn't get the win there. All right, so I'm gonna stop you guys here. It was Jeff Lannon. Last the PGT Tour stop second place finisher in St. Louis was Jeff Lannon at the Frozen Open field bet and just rolled through the whole thing. He got Will Lee handed him a victory but this is Moose Landing, so we're going back to 05 or 06.
Yeah, 06, 07.
Or 07, 08. That's year one, right?
2005 would have been live. 2007 came out.
Oh, you're right. It's 7-8, yes. So it was year two of that.
Live.
So we're going back to 08, let's say, for that tournament. It's been that long. So really, it does ring true. They can't, if you don't know them, they can't beat you unless you're Jeff Lemon. That's it.
Another man who doesn't show up to a lot of tournaments, but when he does, can still make an effective run.
Okay, this is a little tough here today. This is a tighter gap, and I don't know. I don't know if I'd be going this gap with this right now.
I don't like the 6 wood here.
Well, no, the 6 high is perfect if he's going through the gap. He got it full speed. That should be up. Actually, that might get in.
All right, I
better
stand
hold.
corrected.
Better hold. Yeah. It's just that the gap was tight. You would have to cut this in. Clint can't hit that shot. He has to go around the outside with 2 trailer park girls. And then it's dead silence.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting to see if Kevin can chime in.
I just was chuckling to myself.
I have goals here to make Kevin not be able to speak and to maybe wet this monitor with the drink that he's drinking. So we're trying to time this out. It's hard to do while I'm watching the match play. Great eagles by both.
Also, Adam, thank you for that. There is the Maryland tournament. I believe that's a Todd Clark, Mr. Bacon, and
the Jersey crew.
The Jersey
it's
crew,
the Trash
yes.
House crew. Yeah, that's coming up very shortly. So is that in Maryland? I thought that was in Jersey.
No, they are doing it in Maryland.
Okay, well, so then they have prizes. Cool.
Now, I hate this hole. This is not a bad setup for this hole.
No, but once again, the huge advantage for Cam having the half wind. Fighting a 10, now Clint's going to be able to back cut it into the wind and be able to plop it down real nice, so that's a plus there. Now, we know him, Anthony. If you've come to tournaments, you know who he is. You just hope you get to play him in money games. That's it. He started playing lights out on it. Did I just get called?
I didn't hear it. Let me...
Yes, we will make it. Oh, no, he's talking about, never mind. I thought he said my name. I'm 18, Andy. I had a little debacle the last 2 holes of Hollywood that pushed me way down.
John Remmel sighting.
Oh, John. Oh, yeah, John.
All right, that's ooh.
It's going to...
All right.
It's grabbing. He's grabbing.
It just felt like towards the end there was getting a little dicey.
I'm surprised. Okay, no, this is what I thought Clint would do. 6 wood, half cut, back into the wind. Yep, throw it out. That's exactly the right shot for Clint.
Oh, I thought that had a chance.
Yeah, he gives it.
That's about as close as you can get without getting